is the Randi Rhodes Show. To speak with Randi, dial 561-270-3844. That's 561-270-3844.
And I think he needs to address those emotional issues because, as I said, a normal person wouldn't do that.
Can he be effective? Because he says he's going to continue on with where the voters put him in Congress.
Well, we don't have recall elections in New York. What I think needs to be done is I think there needs to be an investigation by the Ethics Committee of the House of Representatives, and they have to determine whether or not he violated any laws or whether he violated any moral regulations that the House of Representatives have. Moral? So I think that we need to see an investigation as to whether or not his financial issues are in order, because he certainly made embellishments or lies about that. So I think it's important that they do their investigation and that we see what the facts are concerning some of the other things he said.
I mean, look, the thing about George Santos is he is a blatant, pathological, congenital liar, right? And he got caught telling lies about, being a Jew. He got caught telling lies about pets and animal charities. He got caught about the only thing that really matters, though, because listen, Jim Jordan lied about, witnessing child predatory behavior at the University of Ohio or Ohio State, right? He lied about, what was going on that wrestling team and what the coach was doing with those boys in the shower. And nobody is saying Jim Jordan needs to be removed from moral, turpitude or what Matt Getz, okay? This is a guy who Venmos, 17-year-olds money to go hang out with them. And, God only knows what. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's a lunatic, fringy Q person. She thinks Q is a patriot. I mean, she's bat crap crazy. Mo Brooks stood up at the January 6th thing and said, today is the day we take down names and kick some ass. And then violence ensued and he decided it was Antifa or whatever. Andy Biggs, another one. Scott Perry from Pennsylvania, another lying sack of crap, okay? Clay Higgins, he's a psycho. All of these Republican members are completely nuts and dangerous, and they're going to make our laws. So George Santos is just, part of the crew now. He's just one of the guys. He's just, doing what the Republicans do, naturally. And that's be back crap crazy and unethical and lie and cheat and steal from people and have fake charities and, fake religion and everything else about them is fake. There's nothing real about any of it. Lauren Boebert put out a Christmas card last year. Well, she's running around going, they're grooming children. She's grooming children to freaking love guns. She's got like a 5-year-old. It was strapped with a freaking semi-automatic weapon. But something bad is happening with the Democrats and the grooming. But they're grooming their kids to be misogynistic, violent, haters, right? So this is kind of normal for them. That's what I'm saying. You have to, when this 118th Congress gets seated tomorrow, you're going to have to treat them with the same kind of respect that you would treat Southwest Airlines baggage carousel, right? You're going to have to look at them and realize this is utter chaos. This is a vortex of doom, and reject them. And reject them all because they're all part of this. They all know about Marjorie. They all know about Jim. They all know about Biggs. They all know about Brooks. They all know about, Gosar. They know all about these people that are part of their caucus. Okay. And it's not an ideological disagreement. It's not a policy disagreement. It is a moral defect that is permeating that particular party. And they need to be treated that way. That they're moral defectives. When Hillary Clinton called them deplorables, my God, she hit that target like square in the bullseye. That was like the best word to use about this crop of legislators. That was such an illustrative word of where it was going to go and who was making up this party. So, like I said, after our trains, planes, and automobile Christmas vacation, I want you to treat this incoming Congress just like that. Just like that. Because it's bad. It's really bad. This is disgraceful. This is really ugly. This is like Elon Musk ugly, okay? Oh, speaking of Elon Musk and Twitter, did you see, you know Andrew Tate, right? You know, he's the retired, famous, misogynistic kickboxer. I mean, this is a guy who is the epitome of toxic masculinity. I mean, he is, if you looked up toxic men, you would see a picture of Andrew Tate next to that, okay? Do you know that he started picking on Greta Thunberg, the Swedish teenage climate activist, on Twitter, picked a fight with her, said something to her about how he's got 33 cars and a Bugatti and his, to give him her email, and he would send her a complete list of the 33 muscle cars that he runs on pure leaded gasoline. And she said, sure, I'd be very enlightened by your list of 33, polluting cars. My email is, send it to smalldickenergy@getalife.com. I mean, it was a beautiful response. She won Twitter that day. There was no question she won Twitter. Turns out that he couldn't take it. He just couldn't take it. So he tweeted a picture of him looking all toxic and masculine around a pizza box, eating pizza, okay? And he was identified as being in Romania by that pizza box, which is a famous pizza chain in Romania, and took a photo of himself and tweeted it back at her for some strange reason. And apparently the FBI had been on his ass since about April or May last year for running a sex trafficking ring, a human sex trafficking ring for rape and for forming an organized crime group where he literally took women's passports and forced them into sex work so he could videotape them, so that he could sell those videos on the internet and make money for him and his brother. Okay? And because he took the picture with the pizza box, the FBI was able to deduce that he was in Bucharest, that he was in Romania, where he's been saying you can get away with this crap for a really long time. He's been telling other toxic males that they need to move to Romania so that they can treat women like trash because in Romania they allow it, right? So he got arrested. You talk about karma. You talk about, so four of them were taken into custody by the Bucharest police, and they're being held for 30 days while they figure out whether or not they're chargeable, because that's how it goes there. But this is a hyper-misogynistic, woman-hating advice columnist, basically. Him and his brother, Tristan, they give success advice, to men, how to succeed. It's so sick and twisted. But anyway, now, the reason why I bring up Elon is because this guy, this Andrew Tate piece of swill, had been banned from just about every platform you could imagine. He was banned from freaking TikTok, okay? Which is a Chinese spy ring, basically. But he was banned from Facebook, and he was banned from TikTok, and he's been banned from Instagram and everything. He was banned from Twitter. And when Elon came, Elon reinstated his account. And isn't that something that because he reinstated his account and he decided that he was going to pick a fight with Greta Thunberg and take a photograph of himself acting all, masculine and toxic in front of the pizza box, they were able to find him, identify him, and arrest him for rape, forming an organized sex trafficking group. This is what, the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world are like always looking out for. The sex trafficking, the pedophile, Do you see what I mean? So they're all so chaotically phony, all of them. And this George Santos is really just another one of the bunch. And Kevin McCarthy knows that. And that's why Kevin McCarthy is going to accept George Santos as a member and get his vote to be Speaker of the House. This is how they want to win. This is how they play. Okay? Nothing is on the up and up. Nothing is decent. Nothing is normal. Nothing is right. Nothing is honest. Nothing is, transparent. Nothing. And they're going to investigate Hunter Biden. I just want you to remember all this Because for the next, I don't know, I'm going to guess a year or a year and a half, the entire House of Representatives is going to be, like I said, can't call it a clown car crazy because clowns don't stab each other in the back like this. Clowns don't look to kill other clowns. But that's what they're going to do. And they're going to shiv each other, okay? But they're going to point fingers at the Bidens. At the Bidens. As if the Bidens ever stole a freight train. Or the Bidens ever, kept their mouth shut about wrestling team pedophilia. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.